Grinders, welcome back. PokerRinger here. Going to do something a little different tonight. I'm playing fast forward on Party Poker, and I've switched my my money into big blinds, and I've tried to hide the limit of what table I'm playing at. And I want you guys to see. I'm just going to play more or less my normal strategy. Maybe a little different. Anyways, my goal is you guys don't know what stake I'm playing, and you can tell me in the comments. I'll tell you next video, because it's not like we have like a chat room or something, but write down what you guys think. Now if you guys know who the players are, if you're one of them, don't spoil it. We'll try to respect it, but don't forget, a lot of these players do play this different stakes. Anyways, I just thought it'd be kind of neat if you guys could just by the way people play, if you could guess what stake we're playing at. So it's between $2 and $100 is the tables we're at right now. So I'm just going to play this and see how it goes. I'm actually thinking about, I really want to get back to my 3x. I might just start 3xing it now. Table 1, as you guys know, is on the left. Table 2 is on the right. Could maybe stop there, just ace highs. Nice. Wonder if our 6 is big enough here. Nope, the jack. Yeah, no, I just thought it was kind of neat. I switched my big blinds earlier by accident. Then I was like, yo, if you didn't see the top of the table, how would you know even what stake it is, really? And I'm just really curious. That was, I should have raised there. I'm really curious if people can just, you know, maybe after watching for 10 minutes, I should have raised that king too, but now we're going to raise 6-7 here. I don't know. Guess we'll defend the king 8 suited. King 8 off. We snap fold. It's probably a fold regardless, but. Interesting card. We're gonna go a little harder because some 7s could call us. Some 2 pairs. Not thrilled if this guy raises. Does he check raise a flush? I don't know. Probably not. Wonder if I ever lead out here, table 1, try to steal that, rep the 9. Guess we didn't have to, but. Yeah, guys, so it's almost the end of February, like 1 or 2 more days here. I'm debating, we'll see what do I want to do here. Let's go like 4.56. Check that back. Alright, now we'll bet it up. That's a pretty bad card. So many 2 pairs, king, queen. Nice. So the shitty part is, I looked. If I go look at the hand to see what they had, you guys are gonna see the dollar amount. And I really want to do one video of just having this like mysterious. If I went and showed you their hand, you'd probably get closer to seeing what people have and stuff. But anyways, what I was about to say is I'm debating of leaving Party Poker and going back to PokerStars. As you guys know, since we've switched to this site, it hasn't been going good. I feel like I'm getting better, but like at the end of the day, if your bankroll's not going up, you know, I guess I could just drop it down in stakes and see if I can win at a lower amount. But if I feel like I can just go back at stars and kind of play what we were playing, does it really make sense just to grind it out down here? Because a rake back, I don't know. And I got a strange feeling, I could be wrong, but like if you guys have been paying attention at all, like Party Poker today and even yesterday signed a couple more people. I don't know the exact numbers yet, but I think in the last 2 weeks they've signed probably 10 online pros. What really bugs me though, I've said it in my last video, I don't know all the players, but I think they're all tournament players, which really pisses me off. Like if you're signing team pros, wouldn't you want them to cover, you know, so they're all doing different stuff? And it just seems like they're, you know, obviously some of them are different quality, some of them are, you know, there's a couple girls I think, or definitely one, Courtney B. Anyways, different types of guys, different stakes of players, different skill levels, but they're like all tournament players. So anyways, I was thinking though, if some of this love gets back on Party Poker, does that, like, I don't know if PokerStars would ever change their ways and lower their rake a little bit to try to compete back with Party Poker. I don't think they'll do that for a while until they start seeing some numbers, but at the end of the day, your job as a poker player is to, you know, get in games you can win. And if I can have a higher win rate on PokerStars, even though I left because of rake back and all this stuff, our account was getting, you know, we were doing pretty well in there. You know, we were trying some stuff towards the end there, but that's how we got all this bankroll and all that. And then came here. Just because I left doesn't mean I have to stay committed to it, right? So I'm not giving up yet, but it is definitely talked to a couple you guys who watch the channel. More than one person suggested to go back to PokerStars. Especially when they saw me playing fast forward, they're like, yo, if you're playing fast forward, like Zoom, you have a way better chance. But at the end of the day, like people are beating this, so like it's, you know, the competitive me is just like, oh fuck, like, well, I don't want to leave. But I don't know, I go back and forth in my head. Like you should obviously play games you can beat. Do we just check raise this now? Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna check raise them now. That's probably pretty big. Yeah. Just figures if he has like 2 overcards and stuff like that, he might just float. I don't want scare cards and go check so I'm out of position. I go for a 3-bet on table 1 here. Alright, we're gonna stab this. Actually, I'm gonna go a little lighter. What a fucking horrible card, man. Nice. Table 2, we get the river. Oh, I think we just got fucked over here. But we... Wow. Like, he led out the whole way. 8, 9 would lead out. Bet the whole way. Sets would a set lead out. Ace Jack, Ace Queen. Oh, yeah, so no matter what, that Jack fucked us. I don't know what we beat. I think we beat nothing. Okay, I'm going to 3x. We're changing it up. Ooh, this is a little strange. I guess I did lead out there in front of him. It's just such a fucking hefty race, son. If you guys are a fan of the channel, I've talked about a system I've wanted to do for a while. It's a slow fucking grind, but spinning goes. I thought of a way to be like really hard to lose a bankroll. It'd be a slow grind, but if you're a good player, I think it's almost like guaranteed grind. You know, like blackjack, people always try to think of a system. So for spinning goes, it's kind of like the double up theory, but what I would do is, if you start the 25-cent spins, if you lose 4 games, obviously you're down $1. So then I would move to the dollar game. If I lost that, you're down $2. So then you've played 5 games. So you'd have to lose 5 games to be at that point. I probably could have defended there. It's gonna be hard to talk about strategy while. I don't know if Jack High is gonna be good enough there to go all the way around. Jack High flush there. Anyways, pretty much. I'd go to the $1. Once I get down $3, I'd play a I'd actually do it when I get to 2. If I lost my first dollar game, I'd right away go to the $3 game, and then I'd be down $5. Then I'd go to the $5 game. Obviously, I'd go to the $10 game, and it ends up being like, you know, once you get the $20 game, I think it's like 8 to 10 games you'd have to lose in a row. And don't forget, you'd have to be losing at the small stakes. So second you win one game, you're back to even, and assuming the game you win is in a multiplier. So let's say you get to the $3 and all of a sudden it's a 4x. You know, then when you win that game, you'd be up money, and then what you do is you just go right back down to the 25-cent game, and you start it there. And like, you know, obviously when you're just grinding at the 25-cent games, you're gonna have a big win rate, but you could get multipliers, and then second you lose a couple, you move up in stakes. Like, it's a fucking grind, but I don't know, like, I think it'd be really, unless you keep, after you lose the $20 and go to the $50 and you get stuck at like the $250, but like I wouldn't do that. I'd cap myself out at like, I'd probably go to the $50 games and then play a couple of those. But anyways, I'd be more serious about the system. I'd put it on a piece of paper, but the problem is, I would like, if I had a Twitch channel and I was going to do like an 8-hour stream, 10-hour stream, I'd fucking do it. Like, just start this all day. But to do an hour video, like even my first 4 games at spins, like if we go 50-50 in a while, I might do an hour video at 25-cent spins. Like, so I don't know, for like an hour video, it'd be the greatest, but like maybe I could like do the first hour and then do like a part 2 and tell you guys how I went or something like that. But I've kind of always wanted to do that. I actually think it'd be a good way to start a bankroll. Like if you only had a couple $100 and you just wanted to build it up. I don't know if I really need to at the point we're at right now, but you know, and then you still have that chance of ever getting like a really big spin, right? Even at the 25 cents, it's like $3 grand for the jackpot, but you know, if you get to the $5 right now, it's $1 million, so anything could happen. I'm just gonna check this back with that diamond there. Pocket 8's nice. These fucking commercials. I haven't logged the internet behind me. Okay, we're gonna raise the Queen Jack suited on the button versus the cutoff. I'm up in the air sometimes about this hand. I was gonna do 3x. The problem is, guys, when you start mixing up so many different strategies, it's hard to stay consistent sometimes during a session. Kind of to protect my hand from like a flush draw betting even higher. Like if a club draw bet like 60-70% for fold equity and then a chance to get there, and then they could check river. I'm gonna call this. Just offsuit I wouldn't, but suited I will. Wrong suit. Or is it? Jam. Alright, I'm just gonna check it back. Well, I kinda don't mind our hand right now. I don't want this guy to lead out. Do I ever value town it? I don't think so. I just have to take it down. What? Can you imagine someone raise us? Do I value town? What do I want to value town? I'm gonna do it. Would a pocket queens call me? Does that look like I'm really just trying to steal it? 8 big blinds? I think so. Let's get queens to call us. Boom! Oh, the worst part. I can't even show you what they had. We'll fucking never know. How about that value town, son? I don't know, I'm kind of liking the big blinds. We won't be hiding the tables too often. I figured, why the hell not? If you guys have been paying attention, some of you guys would be more experienced than others, but I haven't been pointing out all the things that I've been seeing. Just see if you guys pick up on stuff to try to decide what stake it is. But I have been noticing stuff to me that would narrow it down a little easier. I don't know, do we ever defend this? I guess so with 2 people. Just kind of like a tricky hand if you hit it. Probably a better fold though. So for you less experienced players, it is very common to raise a little less on the button if you didn't know that. So let's just say you're planning to raise pre-flop 3x. It is very common to do 2.5 or 2x on the button. And if you're a typical 2.5x or 2.2, you know, in the anywhere else, it's very common to go smaller on the button, what you see me doing, and it is common to certain people to do in the small blind versus big blind. Some people even go 4x versus the big blind. I've even seen videos where some guys go 4.5 and stuff. So end of the day, I don't think any of that's crazy important. You gotta do what's comfortable for you. My thoughts on it, but it doesn't seem to be the common thought on it, is I think I'm still into the old school of c-betting more and taking down hands with fold equity. My thing is, if I'm raising 3x pre-flop and someone calls me, we both miss the board, but I check, he checks, I bet, they fold. They called more pre-flop, and you're gonna win money more in the long run by raising more, like going to more of a 3x. But it seems like a lot of people disagree with that. So I've been just liking the min raise because it keeps 3-bets smaller and stuff like that. It's the main reason why I've been doing it. I go real small here. I got the ace of spades behind me, so. Oh, I should have wrote in the bottom here, like, guess what stake or something. I think I'm just gonna throw it away. Nice, steal one on table 2 there. Ah, fuck. One thing I was also thinking would be really cool, and I doubted a site could ever do it, but I really don't know why. I was thinking like a site like POKERSTARS, right? They have all the winning players' stats. This is a little crazy, eh? Give me a second, man. I kind of just want to like re-jam here. They all go 10 big blinds? Yes, we're gonna steal this now. Steal it. You're folding. Yes! Wow, I'm glad that one got by. That was crazy. We obviously could have easily got called by the original 3-better. I was thinking the people that could do the best training videos in the world would be the poker sites. I don't know, I guess, if they'd have any, what it would do for them. But I guess even if they made it a series, but if they said, you know, they didn't have to show us people's names, but they did what the best pre-flop VIP should be, like what the like, you know, take the top 10% winning players, 5% winning players, and their tendencies of what they do, and if they had like a training, some kind of material to buy, like why would you buy anything else but that? Like if they ever wrote a book or anything saying, you know, even what ranges, what people use, like it'd be so fucking deadly. Like if anyone had access to that, even for each stakes, because obviously they change per what stakes you're playing, but they could pretty much generalize it what to do. I don't like he's still betting with the 2 here, guys. I'm getting a little crazy here. I'm gonna raise this up. Yeah. Don't remember what time we started this video. 25 minutes.
You always try to defy the odds, to defy the expected. And although 79% of Canadians don't feel confident.
Now you can have even more choice and variety when presenting.
Honestly, like, what the fuck? Okay, pocket queens, table 2. Oh, I wanted to go 3x. So I don't know if enough players check raise off these when they should be. So like I want to c-bet these so they don't get free cards to get there. And they'll still float with overcards, like they're Broadway cards. But like a lot of good players would just check raise you off stuff like this. But like if they had Jack Queen, you know, even like a King Jack with like suited and there's like a club on the board and they have King Jack clubs, they should be check raising off that. Even just check raising off air sometimes. Usually when you have a bit of backdoor draws or something, or overcards. Could slow play, raise them now, but decide not to. I'm going to try to raise them here, but I just hate they checked back the turn so often here. I'm going to raise them now though. Just because there's so many scare cards. He doesn't really have any 9s in his range. How much can we make off it? I don't, like he can't have much 9s, can he? Nice. That would have hurt. If he just second we would have bet it, just snapped us all in. So, as you guys see, I've been doing more value betting tonight as opposed to over betting. Small sample, but seems to be a better decision so far. Now I haven't had really a spot that I've wanted to overbet bluff really, which is strange because you guys know I'm all about that. But yeah, one of my last videos, man, it was the craziest. Like we talked a whole bunch, man. We were talking about this hand. I don't remember it off the heart, but a lot of us found it pretty interesting. I did a bluff that a guy called me with middle pair. There's a lot of people agreed. They thought I did a great play. They thought they wouldn't call if they had the guy's hand. And then some of you guys suggested, well, it's NL25. People are gonna hero call you. But like, I have mixed feelings about that. Like, yeah, like people just tag these lower stakes whenever you play NL25. Some people, depending on your skill level, like if you're a 200 player, they think NL50 is like low stakes. And they think everyone's calling stations, but like my thing is like when I watch like 500 Zoom, those guys all call each other off because they're all fucking bluffing and like representing all the shit, so they're all calling. And if you don't think you can bluff low stakes, well then really where can you bluff? I think that NL25 is probably where you should be bluffing the most. Maybe NL50 because they have, but like that it's right in that window of like NL25, NL15, sorry NL10. I guess like NL2 you probably wouldn't because it's just $2 but even then, like I don't know, I just think you can overbet so heavy on the whatever stakes you want to call that, low stakes, mid stakes, NL25. I think you'll get away with it a lot more than you would at the higher stakes. I think if you go to NL200, overbetted bluffing all in, like they don't give a fuck, they're gonna call you. We got another color, we're going to call it 6-5, but heads up, we're not going to. Do I ever want to float here? I think so. Now we have the nut blocker. This is what we're talking about, baby. But would we ever play the flush draw like that? Find out. Boom, get it by. I gotta be honest, I don't think I'd play a flush draw like that. But like sometimes people don't think of stuff like that. They just see like a big bet, they panic. They look at their hand, like if are they strong enough to call a bet like that. But they don't think like what would you be doing that bet with. If I was the original razor pre-flop and my flush draw was on the flop, I tend to bet most of my draws there for full equity, and then if they hit it, they don't put you on it as often because you're the razor and the better. So I think more experienced players would call you with like just a pair there. Do we want to click it back? I think now we do. Now we do. This could be, oh wow, we're really deep stack. I didn't even see, how did I not see that we're both, he didn't jam me. We got this guy, you're gonna come in now too. I went light, like I went 2.5. Fucking king. Ah, look at that. Fuck me, man. Does he ever bluff in front of two people and there's such a dry board? Like, he can't be, right? I'd call him probably, but I can't now with him. We got aces over here, but fuck me. That was shit. And then to win, nothing with kings. Oh, sorry, aces. Was it against this guy? I think it was. That's too bad. I brought that guy in by only going 25 big blinds there. Maybe I should have went to like 35. Yeah, you know what? I went, my 4-bet size is almost if I was heads up. I liked my sizing. With that second guy in there, I definitely should have went a little higher. I do find, man, like even being experienced, like and talking, you don't have too much time. Like if you don't know your exact bet sizing with how many people in what spot, like the 10 seconds, man, like it fucking goes faster than I would think if I wasn't playing. Uh, 10-7, I could have waited a little longer. 10-6, I'm just gonna rifle off. Okay, I'm gonna just call it the ace-queen. You could mix this up with 4 bets for sure, for 4 betting them back with the blockers you have. Alright, we're gonna overbet bluff it. The board did double up though, but I don't think he plays a full house like that. Maybe pocket kings, king clubs could call us or something. I don't know if everyone's calling her overbets, but maybe that was one of those spots I could have just went to Value Town, pick up 4 or 5 big blinds, whatever it was. I'm just trying to add. I've noticed that when I overbet, it leans heavily 95% of the time or 90% of the time it's a bluff. So I'm trying to add more overbet strong hands in my range. So those who watch the videos or who play me will know that I don't just do it when I'm bluffing. But I do think to me, it seems like a better play when I'm bluffing, but there is times when I have the nuts that I really do want to jam too, though, or overbet. This backdoor draw is one of the reasons why we called the flop, but I wasn't just going to bow down yet. We still are going to call. Check, checkity, check, check. Wow, triple barreled and not even that much. Does he just put me on a flush draw every time? But his sizing's like really screaming like he wants me to call him. So we're just gonna give it to him. Get away with one over here. The 6-8 suited. Wow, and then I get it aligned, we get 3-bet. I just have a feeling this guy's gonna 3-bet me. Kind of want to click back at him, but not really blockers. So it does so well flopping. Love that with the backdoor club draw. Okay, there's the goods. He's betting hard. Fuck, I don't think he's gonna fold if we raise now. You know what? We'll just call him. Alright, we'll get it in here. Does he ever call us? So is the question. I don't know if tanking there looks strong or weak. I don't know. Sometimes I think if I snap all in, it looks strong. Maybe you don't want to tank that long, but maybe right in the middle. By not raising on the turn, though, we did get a bet out of him. Question is, if he had like that spade draw and like an inside, would he have been happy to get it all in on the turn? That's why sometimes I lean more of getting in early. Like if they're bluffing but they have draws, they're gonna call you when the pot's that big. When they miss everything, they're not gonna call a raise on the river. So using that ace as a scare card? What else do we beat? Queen, king, queen. No, it's a pretty big bet. We're gonna call it. There we go. Seemed pretty big. Just repping that ace. Alright, we're 3-betting a lot more tonight. Wow, look at this. Look at this, guys. We're going to really light here. Here we go. Kings. Well, nice hand. Nice hand. Like, I don't think there's a point in me checking it back there. He didn't get it in pre with kings though. It was pretty nice of him. All it takes is one fucking hand. I'd also be really curious too if they would release like what's the highest someone's ever been up on one table, like on every stake, like on, you know, in all 500, like, you know, what are people getting to? But also like even like the $10 tables, $2 tables, like has someone at the $2 tables ever been over like $100, $200? Like how many fucking binds is that in? Like, you know, like 100 binds, and but without ever leaving the table, like, you know what I mean? In one session, or son of a bitch. Guys, there goes the mystery. Some of you caught it, some of you didn't. Good times. Yeah, but I've always been curious, like, we're at, you know, 265 big blinds are in here. Hey, were we not just at like 300 a second ago? No, maybe I was wrong. Did we just lose a big pot? I'm tripping out. Okay, Ace King, be good to us one time. We're gonna make nothing off it, but no free hands with our Ace King. I will call off this and this. I don't see this guy ever jamming us, but he could. Alright, we're gonna check it back to these guys. Like, really, no one ever just stabs. Like, fuck me, man. How is it? I hate Ace King. It is a piece of shit. Like, what? Is he ever bluffing here? I feel like never. Oh, perfect. Pocket fives, he was bluffing. Fuck me. Oh my god. Then he gets rewarded with it. Ace King just haunts my dreams. Like, I think if someone killed me, their initials would probably be Ace King. Sorry, AK. That's how much it haunts me. Pretty fast bet. We're gonna call one here though. Check it, slow it down. Now we got obviously the sevens there. You know, I'm happy to click it back. If he checks here, do we ever? Fuck, man. I guess we're strong enough we can just check it. See, that's what I was thinking. I think, I don't know if aces ever folds if I just jam there. It's one of those spots I wanted to jam to get him off like queens and kings. I don't know if I can get aces to fold, but I thought with nines we were strong enough that we beat Ace King and stuff. My heart wanted to jam there though, but probably get fucking called anyways. I know at NL25, like on POKERSTARS, I was over $500 once on one table, so like I guess that's like 1,000 big blinds. But I guarantee you someone's been like, some savage who didn't leave their table has probably just done some crazy shit at each stakes. Min raising another button. We doing it, son? With the fucking ace K? He's thinking about it. Guys, if you're trying to study and you don't mind spending money, I follow Grips Poker. If you guys know Charlie Carroll, I always fuck up his last name, but I think it's Charlie Carroll. He just put out something called the Masterclass. It actually is on low stakes up to, I think it's NL2 to NL25, how to master it. All Zoom poker style, so fast forward Zoom poker. I saw the price today, it's like 250 bucks. I don't know if that's Canadian or American. For me it said 250, so maybe that's Canadian. I would get it. My problem is I don't have the time to really, it's like 10 hours of videos. Anyways, you can look up the package, it's on Twitter, or go to grips.com. If I was like a single man, I would definitely spend a whole weekend and just study it. I think it'd be very valuable. If you're like a $2 player, like if you're trying to move up in stakes, like I would do it. It's a big investment if you're like a really low player, but I really do think it would be game changing. Like so. Those of you guys who actually pay for content, I've never bought a training video site coaching, but I do know a lot of you guys do. Not that I wouldn't do it, I know this, like if I have 10 hours, like I don't know if I'm going to spend 10 hours studying. And it's not something I'd only want to study once. I'd want to spend like some serious time digesting it if I was paying for it. So I probably wouldn't want to play it for like a couple weeks or watch half a day, then I'd want to practice some of it and then go back on watching it. But anyways, apparently they go pretty detailed in every stake of like the difference between $2 to $5 to $5 to 10, how to adjust for every single stake. I read like a huge article on it today, and apparently you never know like what's true or not, but the people that are loving it, they're really, really loving it. So, and obviously you guys know Charlie did a bankroll challenge, like he started at $2 and he turned it to 10,000 on his YouTube channel. He's one of the best players like who's ever played kind of online, and then now in the circuit he's one of the better players, so he's semi-retired more or less. But anyways, if you guys don't know who he is, it's Charlie Carroll. Definitely a great guy to learn from. He's 1,000 times better than I'll ever be. So now you got to do what gels for you. Sometimes I like other guys like who aren't as good as him. That's what sucks. He's way better than all the players I like, but like you have to also like who you're watching. I find him to be a little annoying. I don't know. But anyways, a lot of people like him. But it sucks. A lot of the guys I like that I find really engaging, that I want to watch. They're not the greatest poker players, so, but I find it entertaining. And then I guess I gotta decide, do I want to be entertained, or do I want to watch good players, right? Wow, 42 bigs. If you're a little lighter, I'd think about it. Alright, Cowboys, make us back some money. Is this the big stack guy? Oh. I don't think you got a 9, but this is the problem. It's going to go check, check. Check, check. He gets turned in the river. Oh, he did bet, though. Could have jack queens. No, I think I just check call, because if I could check raise now. Alright, we're going to end the video soon. Hopefully you guys have fun trying to guess it. Obviously I had a little hiccup there, but it was towards the end of the video. It's not like it's a big fucking mystery, but I thought it'd be cool to just kind of try a strange video like this. Play a couple more minutes here and then we'll wrap her up. Really, we had a pretty good session. Besides that, we ran into pocket kings there, getting ace queen. Obviously, we took an aggressive line. If I would have not 3-bet, 4-bet, whatever it was, and then got it in, we probably could have saved. But you know, whatever, ace queen suited is a pretty strong hand to get top pair. Bit of a cooler. You know what, guys, I said I was going to play a couple minutes, but as you can tell, I am falling asleep here, so I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going to drag this on. We will play to our big blinds and wrap up another day of the longest bankroll challenge in history, with ending off with ace king. Okay, one table we left at that. I know our VIP was around 30 at one point, but over a longer sample. That's one thing some of you guys forget, man. A lot of times it's only an hour session. Like, in 100 hands, anything can happen. You know, 200-300 hands, you stretch it out, it usually shows more what it is. Excuse me. I think we're going to steal it with this king, guys. We're going to go for the older bet here to finish this. Ah, snap called. You got the king. I thought more players with the king would lead out there. Okay, guys. I'm going to end the video there. Hope you liked it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.